Woo! The power has been with you all along. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, this is Trey Michael, and this is another segment of Applied Consciousness. So, I'm outside, I'm looking around, and what do I see? I see a beautiful day. The sun is shining, the birds are chirping, and life is continuing. On this spiritual awakening journey, I've realized that whatever I focus my attention on, it's what I'm going to create. So, being a person of love and kindness, I choose to focus my attention towards those things. I heard a guy by the name of Ralph Smart. He said something that was very inspirational to me, and I want to share it with you today. His message was, what you consume consumes you. Let me say that one more time. Whatever you consume consumes you. Now let's apply that conscious principle in everyday reality. If I consume CNN, Fox News, and MSNBC, and I'm noticing that they're probably paying 22 hours a day of coronavirus, COVID-19, and those worries and fear, then I'm consuming fear, which means fear is going to consume me. So what I'm basically getting to is this: why not consume yourself with all of the endless possibilities of a new world coming? You know, I'm more focused on March the 21st of 2020, which you know is the summer solstice, which is also going to be a very pivotal point in the awakening process. Now, I know if some of you are not deep divers, that means people that have not been on the spiritual awakening journey for a while, then let me just go ahead and keep you up to date. The Mayans spoke of a particular date, which was supposed to be the end of the world, which was December the 21st of 2012. Now, for those that have raised their vibration to a higher frequency, we understand that the Mayans were discussing an end of an era. See, it was the end of the Piscean era, or the end of the hidden. That was the time period that human beings were coerced, were herded in like sheep to follow religions, to follow orders of man, to follow the laws of man. And we had became fully human. But see, this new era that's upon us is called the age of Aquarius. It's the age of information, baby. It's the age of knowledge. That's why you're starting to realize that the media, or the fake news, has been giving us the roller coaster ride of a lifetime. They've been swaying our emotions, which is energy in motions, to and fro. And we've been moving with every wind of doctrine. One day they tell you that the world is great and we're happy, and when they tell us the world is in chaos, then we believe that. A lot of people are calling BS. They're saying, hey, that's just a belief system. And they're realizing that that belief system is not what they're aligned with. Therefore, the veil, or the sheet that's been blocking us, or the wool that's been over our eyes, are being removed in this now moment. So now that the wool is off of your eyes, the question is, what do you choose to look at? You can look at the negativity of the world, and there's tons of it to look from. You can look at, rich, poor, the separation between the two. Democrat, Republican, you can look at the separation between those two. Ethnicities, you can believe that you're a race besides the human race. But if you're a person that's diving deep inside of yourself, you'll realize, hey, there's only one race, and that's the human race. There's no black race, white race, green race, or whatever other race that you choose to perceive. There's only one. So you can choose to look at unity and realize that there's nothing new up under the sun. Humanity will continue to thrive. Or you can look at one where it tells you it's doomsday. See, the apocalypse, as people are believing is happening, with the locusts in Africa, with the coronavirus or COVID-19 flooding across all the known countries on the planet. You'll perceive that it's the end of your world. Or you could perceive that it's the end of a dawn. It's the end of an era of evil. And it's the beginning of an era of living. You guys and ladies, I just wanted to be a beacon of light in these dark times. I want to give you guys the courage to stand up for what you believe in. Stand up for hope. Having the opportunity to hope. Having the opportunity to pass expectations. Don't live in a world of impossible. Live in a world that I'm possible. Again, you guys, I'm basically just laying out the platter for you. You could choose to eat the poisons, or you could choose to eat the avocado. You could choose to eat the strawberries. You could eat the grapes and the watermelon. Again, or you can just eat the rat poison. It's your choice. It's absolutely your choice. And I want you guys to remember that whatever you focus on is what you will create. Have you ever been in a room with a bunch of negative people? And they're talking about, for example, oh, how terrible this job is, and oh, how they're so miserable at the job. And what ends up happening to you is your emotions change, your energy shifts, and your energy begins to perceive what they're saying. It's starting to say, hey, I'm miserable at this job. Oh my God, look how many hours they're making us work. I work 80 hours this week. I work 70 hours this week. Or you can be the person on the other spectrum, the spectrum of living. And you can say, whew, I got an 80-hour check. That's 40 hours of straight pay, 40 hours of time and a half. Me and my kids are going to enjoy this weekend, right? You can perceive the fact of saying, man, I am so grateful to have the opportunity to be able to have a job. Because there's some people that wish that they had your checks. And some people that wish they had a little apartment that you perceive as little. Apartment's very little compared to a house. But an apartment is huge when you're living under a bridge, right? Being able to have shelter over your head is something of great magnitude when you don't have shelter. When you open your refrigerator up and all you got is some water bottles, and man, you sure wish you could have had some juice that's not from concentrate. The $5 a gallon juices. But when you're in a desert and there's nothing to drink, I bet you a top dollar that bottled water is like the best thing that you can dream of. See, life is based upon the perceptions of the viewer. How you see it, that cup half full or the cup half empty. Listen, you guys, on this podcast today, I just wanted to reach out and lend a helping hand. My life is beautiful. I'm looking at the sun. It's not a cloud in the sky. It's magnificent. It's a beautiful day to be alive on planet Earth. My children are happy. The cats are playing. My daughter's outside playing freeze tag or tag. I can't quite tell what game they're playing outside. And I'm sitting in my vehicle doing a podcast right now. I mean, life can't get any better than this. Well, it actually can, but that's what I'm looking forward to. I'm not looking forward to finding out how many people died from the corona. How close is it to us? Oh my God, will I have a job in the morning? Will the stock market rise or will it fall? Because those things do not control my reality. Listen, you guys, the creator, whichever that you choose to perceive as the creator, source, energy, God, Allah, Jesus, whichever you choose to perceive. Just know that if that creator is of love, that creator gave you abilities that should not be swindled. If you remember the story in the Bible, it gave Adam the ability to name all the fish of the sea and the fowls of the air. It gave him dominion of the heavens and the earth. So, for crying out loud, can we at least have dominion of ourselves, of our mind? Or do we give that to the politicians or the media? Or do we give that to the neighbors next door, or the teacher at the school, or the supervisor at the job, or the CDC? Or do we take back our power by simply changing our perspective? Hey, ladies and gentlemen, like I always say, live, love, and laugh. I mean, do all three of them. You don't have to pick which one to go from. You can love, live, and laugh. I mean, whichever way you want to do it, just do all three. Live, love, and laugh. And namaste, namaste, namaste. Peace. Hey, wait a minute. Huh? Wait, somebody's talking to me, you guys. What? It says the age of Aquarius. The 1,000 years of peace? Manifestation and abundance? Seed, no time harvest? Oh man, sign me up.